Good evening. I'll be honest with you all, I've been a little nervous going into this tonight, but looking around, there's so many familiar faces in the room that it's going to make it a little bit better. It is an honor to be up here, and when I was asked to do this speech, I was extremely proud, and called my parents to tell them the news. Shortly after, my dad ended up flying out this past weekend to watch me play him one last time, and to get to watch me here tonight. And I know that some of my younger teammates have snuck in to watch me give this speech, and I'm very happy to have so many people that are very dear to me here tonight. I didn't really know where to start off or where to begin, so I'm just going to try to start from the beginning. I grew up in Denmark, in the suburbs of Copenhagen, with my parents and my two younger siblings, Victor and Sophie. Sophie, who is currently playing tennis at the University of Texas at San Antonio, and who is probably on FaceTime right now over there, so hey Soph. My mom and brother wish they could be here tonight or have been on FaceTime, but it's 3 in the morning back home, so they're sound asleep and we'll have to watch on replay. I came to Illinois State with a lot of excitement and motivation, but not really knowing a whole lot about college and what I was getting into. Going to college in the United States is pretty unique in that athletics is part of school. Back home, I play tennis in a club outside of school hours, and higher education is not something you get to combine with anything other than coffee and a lack of sleep. I was very surprised to find out how many people are attached to my success as a student athlete, and that taught me responsibility and accountability more than anything. It motivated me to push through when times were tough, whether it was on the tennis court or in the classroom. Here in the US, a lot of athletes who receive a scholarship go to college are a big deal in their high schools and are used to getting a lot of attention. I remember last year when I spoke at the Emerging Leader Seminar, Paul asked me to talk about the transformation from high school to college, especially how it felt going from being a big duck in a small pond to being a small dog in a big pond. I couldn't relate. I would go as far as claiming that I could say the exact opposite. High school in Denmark is a lot about school and a lot about partying and the social life. So being an athlete is not super cool, and there wasn't a lot of attention. Now, I know that tennis in the first place is not the most popular sport over here either, but I have still heard, oh, you play tennis, that's so cool. And numerous times, and that was really cool. It's possible that came right after, oh, you're from Denmark, that is so cool. In which case it may have been a little biased, but either way, being an athlete here is a lot cooler than it was back home. As student athletes, we are fortunate enough to have a staff around us for every aspect of our collegiate experience, and we owe a big thanks to everyone who has been a part of it. From the AD's office, to everyone in the Athletic Study Center, to our athletic advisors in the University College, to our equipment managers, to our coaching staff, to the physical trainers, to our strength coaches, and most of all, to all of our teammates. On behalf of the student athletes here tonight, we thank you for your help and all of the support you have provided. Creating an environment in which we all have everything we need to succeed. Success, however, is more than just winning. Larry Lyons reminds us that every time he talks and when he honors and quotes the late Aaron Leach, and I can honestly say that even without a conference championship to my name, I still feel like I have been successful beyond measure. This past Sunday was my last match as a Redbird, and the amount of congratulations and thank yous I received since Sunday tells me that I have achieved everything I wanted as a Redbird, to be the best version of myself and make the Redbird family proud. Knowing that I have had a positive impact on my teammates, and hearing some of my freshmen say that their first year as a Redbird was the best of their life, largely because of the impact I had on them as a captain and as a friend, means more than any championship I could ever win. I am incredibly proud and happy to have played a positive role in the lives of the people I care about. Coach Kleisner, who showed me interest and saw potential in me and believed in me to be an impact on and off the court from the very start, I thank you for your continued support and for being a great presence for the team. Through the conflicts and arguments that always arise on a team full of individual players, you were always willing to listen to me, and I always felt comfortable coming to you, whether it was on behalf of myself or on behalf of the team. And I think we kept a constructive dialogue through my entire time here, a coach-player relationship that I think was based on mutual respect and trust, which has proven invaluable time and again. Thank you for everything, Coach. I also want to give a thanks to Chris, my only teammate here for the 4 entire years at ISU, and my Scandinavian partner in crime. I remember back when we were being recruited, Coach told us to get in touch with each other, and I clearly remember how we spent the first summer, before we ever met, texting back and forth in English. That always kind of amuses me, and most of you seniors here can probably understand why, because you've heard us speaking gibberish at some point during the 4 years. Because since the moment we met in the airport in Amsterdam, we spoke Danish and Norwegian to each other, and there was absolutely no need for English. We spent a year together in the dorms. We easily ate the majority of our meals together, and up until senior year, we were basically in every single class together. I can honestly say you're the reason that I met all my deadlines. I don't know if we walked anywhere without each other our first year, and we've spent an outrageous amount of time together through our 4 years. Throughout our time here, it always made it feel like I wasn't that far from home, because I had someone to speak my native tongue with, and I thank you dearly for everything we have been together. It's been an unforgettable journey. Another person that deserves some enormous thanks, who has played a substantial role in my last 2 years here, and who I'm sure has impacted a lot of you guys as well, is our strength coach, Andrew Maida. Andrew couldn't be here tonight. He's at a wedding in Texas. Andrew became a part of our team my junior year, which was the first year I held the role as captain for our team. Being a young captain does not come free of challenges, and it was a big responsibility, but one I was very, very proud and honored to carry. Andrew helped me believe in myself and taught me what it means to be a leader. Andrew is one of the most inspiring guys I've ever met. As a coach, he was strict, tough, and he made us lift more weight than I thought was possible. I remember this past winter break when we were back home in Denmark and Norway, and Chris texted me after he went to lift and said he could only squat around 75% of his max because Andrew wasn't standing behind him breathing down his neck. Andrew has helped our team understand commitment, dedication, hard work, and reliability. And he has made us run so much that I'm pretty sure my soul left my body at a point because my lungs needed so much air that there was no room. As a person, I'm not going to say much about Andrew because I probably couldn't get through it without my voice cracking, but I will say this. Here we go. Andrew is of the highest quality, and anyone who ever gets to know him will feel the exact same way. As a student athlete, you experience teammates come and go. When 3 of the most influential guys on the team in my time here left 2 years ago, it was hard to cope with. Our sophomore year, Chris and I used to joke about how the team was no more when these 3 guys would leave. I'm a pretty passionate and emotional guy, and most of my teammates know that as well. And one of the guys who left that year, known to us guys and probably some of you as well as Rolo, an instigator at heart who loved to tease me about getting emotional, told me that he read that the friends you make between the ages 18 and 23 are the most temporary friends in your life. And I'll tell you that it used to really grind my gears. When Rolo showed up at our apartment unannounced this past Friday to be there for our last 2 matches, I was reassured that 1, he's just an idiot sometimes, and 2, we are a family for life. The memories that I have made here at Illinois State will last a lifetime. The Redbird family will live forever, and I will always be proud to say that I was and always will be a Redbird. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the night, and I thank you all for your time.